Hello friends, I know most of you sometimes ask a question about why is it that some girls like to have men that shout at them, that beat them, that command them. This is because when they were growing up, their parents or guidance always shout at them. So they see it as love, they see it as because they have made to believe that way. But people react differently. Some persons also have the same past experience, have the same upbringing of where a situation whereby the parents always shout at them. But in the future or in their present, once you shout at them, you trigger an emotions and make them to react negatively. So this kind of people, they don't like that kind of shouting. So everybody react differently, to their past experience, because whatever they see or that have been happening to them while they are growing up form a belief, and that belief is what they try to present. And some persons that have not feel loved while they were growing up, if they see one person or two person that show them that love, they want to give their whole life to that person. That's why you see that some young girls of nowadays, they fall in love with old people, maybe because while they were growing up they had no opportunity of being with their parents or their father, because maybe their father, they lost their father at tender age. So nobody loved them. Old people, they can be too caring, and young people, once you're dating them, that young blood is there. So these kind of people, because they don't have a father figure in their life, so they gear towards dating sugar daddies and sugar mummies, because these are the things they lack. There's what we call physiction in psychology, a situation whereby things that you did not do when you were growing up, once you are older, you see that those things will come again. You must do it. It's physiction. Some persons, you see, when they were growing up, they were not sucking their hand or doing those childish acts that is expected of a child. Once you reach an old age, you still exhibit that same character in one way or the other. So the things that you were denied of when you were young, in your old age, you still see yourself, involving or doing that same thing. So those people that did not grow up with their parents or their mother or their father, once they grow up, they will be attracted to older people because of what they were denied of by nature or by any other means. Another thing I want to let you know is you have to guide your mental health. It's very important because uh, the mind controls this body, and our emotions are formed by what we see, what we hear, what we touch, by what we taste, by what we smell, by the five senses. Whatever information we get from there, the brain interprets it and it forms a belief, and that belief leads to our action. So, for example, if you see something bad, your mind will tell you that this thing is bad, then you start believing that that thing is bad, and it makes you to withdraw yourself from that thing. That is how emotions works. So that thing can make you to be afraid, and when you're afraid, you cannot go for on a journey or act towards your goal because you are scared of a particular thing. So that is why that emotions can obstruct you from achieving success, and that is why you need to be able to regulate your emotions. And the only way to regulate your emotions is to identify it and be able to know what works for you. See, there is one thing I want you to know is, one thing about this emotion is about our body is that if someone, let me say, someone said, maybe someone puts his or her hand in the fire and you are there, you're looking at that person putting that thing, the person say, ash, you will feel it, you shake your body. Reason because now your eyes have seen that, and your eyes seeing that will send a signal to the brain that you have seen something that is hurtful. Now your body react because once your brain interpret that, your body now take it as if you are the one that is involved in that act, but you are not the one. That is how emotion aches. So sometimes for us to be able to regulate our emotion, we need to distract ourselves. We need to avoid some certain things that can trigger that emotions, because our body, our brain is very sensitive and interprets things. And once it interprets things, it says signal. And once it says signal, we believe it and the body will react. That is why when you see people gathering and people are crying about their dead ones, dead loved ones, you see sometimes you see yourself crying because the body now the mind will now interpret it that you are the person passing through that same situation, and it makes you to start crying because it has triggered the emotions, it has sent signal, and there will be a release of hormone that is responsible for that same situation, or that is in line with that same situation. We also have stress hormone. So guide your mental health. I love you, and call us anytime you need our help.